Right, we are ready.
Yes?
Yes.
Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10 a.m. Just finished off one of the wildest months I've seen in a long time. And I think if you got involved in the market at the beginning of the month and you traded some of these hot sectors, I don't think you're doing too well. Okay, this is the point where we say we have patience and we don't chase things. But the hype was so big in rare earth, in uranium, and lithium, and people said, I'm looking at it, I want to be involved, it's starting to move, I think I'm getting in, and then get me in, and then what happened? 2-3 weeks in, crashes right back down. Everybody said to myself, I'm sure a lot of people are saying right now, why did I get involved? So this is the point of the year, and this is the market's telling you, listen, this is not a layup. This is not a carpet ride that's going to keep going. I think people got some beat up scenarios here, and actually got to areas where I kind of think they forced themselves out. You couldn't take the pain, and we waited for this, and we got back in. But we just had probably one of our best months ever. And you know how we made a lot of our money? We made money when it was there, and we avoided the give backs. So there's two ways to perform. We always say this. One is when to make money, and one is know when not to give it back. This was a perfect example. I'm going to show you some of these examples. First one up. Let's go to the hot sectors, because that's what everybody seems to be talking about. Okay, so let's go to rare earth. Think about this. Beginning of the month, right here, rare earth was on the talk, on the highs. Then we heard the government looking about rare earth. The president wants to protect our exposure to it. People say, oh my God, rare earth is something I got to be in. And then in a 2-week span, it had this frenzy. And it just exploded. And people said, I got to be in. I got to be in. And what happens here? Now, I'm willing to say that at the beginning of the month, people couldn't name one rare earth metal. And they just got in. And now, look how this thing pulled all the way back to where it started. So if you got in on the hype, you had no chance to get out. And I'm willing to say you probably still can't name one rare earth metal. So you see, this is just one example of rare earth. Think about, people didn't know what rare earth was in the summer. They knew about it in October. Another one, uranium markets, lithium markets. Okay, let's go to lithium, LAC. Just help me find LAC. This is the part we got things all over the place. We can't.
Is it down more, you think?
Okay, let's see. LAC. Match. This is what. Sorry, guys. When you put so many things on here, you'll
right there.
LAC. Thank you very much. So look at Lithium of America, LAC. Okay, we're worried about lithium. The government sponsored lithium, LAC, and then the government said we're going to be partners. So they're 10% partner. So what happens? LAC explodes. People just want to be in. Okay, and what do they do in the 2-week period? The same thing. Rises, rises, rises. They get caught on the top. Look where it is, right back where it started. This is all in 1 month, guys. This is all October. So if you got into these names thinking you're going to catch a ride, boy, you caught a ride. You caught the ride the wrong way. And it's going to leave you with a sour taste. It's going to leave you tentative going forward. What do? We didn't get involved. When we miss these things, we don't get involved. So now we're getting involved. We haven't looked at this yet. We're going to be looking at this in the next couple of weeks. But we're going to be looking to put LAC on, but it's a different story. Think about it. I'm going to clean this up for you. Now, LAC around here is a different scenario here than it is here. When it's here, everyone's trying to get in. So you're getting into a crowded elevator. Here, the elevator is emptying out. They don't want to be in. So being long here and here feels like the same, very different. Because now there's no one in the elevator. Everybody got burned. Okay? So now is when I want to get into LAC. Now is when I want to get into USAR. Now is when I want to get into resource stocks. I'm looking at also lithium. We're looking at uranium. Okay? A resource stock we had on, and we cashed out, and we're looking to put it right back on. AREC. If you belong to the group, we're smiling on this one because we had some of the members who 10x'd it. 10x, guys. This is not exaggeration. They told me, I didn't realize that they had it the whole way up. AREC right here. Okay, we had this on all year. We had it on between 50 cents and $1 all around here. See the beginning of the year, right here. Just sat and sat. I said, guys, if it catches a nerve, it's going to go. And then it started bubbling a little bit, and we even added on more. And I remember it went here and pulled back. I said, guys, the fact that it's finally showing interest, I realized, my opinion was it was great value. We added on more, And then when it started to go, the trade was, how much can it go? We sold everything up here, everything. And some of our members who bought this thing at 70, 80 cents, sold it at $7. They 10x'd it, 10x'd. So we got out of everything. Then what do? We said, guys, if this thing goes to $4, you know, you can follow all this. So if it goes to $4, we think between 4 and 3, you can start putting the position back on. So what do? Between $4 and $3, we put it back on. What happened here? We pulled back at the end of the month, and when it got to $4, we started buying it. I didn't think it was going to stop at 3. I was just like, I give you generalities. Stopped at $3 and starting to bounce. So we have a whole position on now. We have the whole position that we had on down here, and I actually have even more. I think it's going right back up again. How cool would this, if you can make a 10x, get out, and then put it on back here and see if you catch another ride. This is what's going on, guys, this year. If you catch these sectors. Now, the point I'm trying to make is you catch them nice, but you don't give it back. And that's what we've been doing. We've been getting out and waiting for them to come back. Now, we're waiting on uranium to pull back. It's not pulling back for now. No problem. We can catch a few of these. Do we really need uranium? So that's the point I'm trying to make. Okay. Our home run trade, twice this year. I think you know the symbol SBSW. Okay, if you're following us this year, you know what we're doing. We love platinum, palladium, gold, silver. Well, SBSW, we cashed it in twice for our home run trade. We're trying to make a third home run. Okay, we caught this all in, sold the whole thing here, went all in this area, sold the whole thing here. I'm not making it up, guys. The circles are real. Okay, go look it up. The videos are here. You can ask the group. And what do we do in the last 5 or 6 days? Started putting it right back on. We think there's another move going again. We think there's a shot of being a third home run in this thing. So we're putting it all right back on here. Why not? It's been good to us. We think we have a good feel, so we're trying to do it again. SBSW. Okay. Told you about metals. Told you about SBSW. Our energy view. If you want to go over that, we could go over that because why we think energy is still in the range. What are we looking to do? We're looking to do ExxonMobil again. Okay. We had ExxonMobil. These are all, if you go look at the clips and the dates, we are not making this up after the fact. We've had someone ask us this week, they go, it's all after the fact. And we said, okay, guys, please go check. Go check everything. I want you to fact check everything because we put the videos on when we do it. We caught ExxonMobil. It's going to be almost 8 times this year now. What do? If you remember, we made 2, 3 videos down here that we're buying it here. We sold everything out here. I'm just going back. We got these in addition. We bought it on the extension, sold it out. We bought it here, sold it out. This is all within the last few weeks. So we're out of ExxonMobil. We think if it pulls back, we have areas with the group. We have an area now, we're going to put it right back on again. We're going to keep doing this. Meanwhile, look at ExxonMobil, 112. Where was it at the beginning of the year? 112. It's done nothing if you invested. If you traded, which is what we do, we took 50, we're going to take 50 points out of ExxonMobil. And this is just an example of a market that is not investable now. We think it's tradable. Perfect example, ExxonMobil. Okay, but we have different views. We think oil's in a range. We've been that mindset all year. So we've been trading the range. We think metals were not a range. We think metals are on a mission. So why we trade differently? We don't trade the range. We hold things and watch them go, and they've been going. So that's what we've been doing, and it seems to be working. Let's go over some quick questions, and I'll show you what we're looking at this week.
All right, guys. If you have any questions, please post in the chat here. We'd love to answer any of your trading questions. The first one is PL.
PL?
Yeah, PL and PA.
I'm assuming that's platinum and palladium because it's not an
Yep,
equity.
probably.
Okay, so it's a commodity. So we love platinum and palladium. Okay, if you followed us this week, we waited. This is palladium right here. We waited for palladium to pull back. Palladium has been our home run trade twice this year, commodity-wise, meaning that's the most money we've made in the palladium position. We had palladium on, which in my opinion is cost of production. Okay, and we sold it out here. And we bought palladium back when it got back down to 1150 around here, and we sold it out here. The second home run. What did we do this week? We waited for these pullbacks. We bought palladium right here. We bought platinum the same day, whatever day that was. I think it was Tuesday. We bought palladium, we bought platinum, we bought silver futures. We bought gold equities, we bought platinum equities, we bought silver equities, and look at the bounce. We think palladium is going to go up again. Okay, we're going to continue to buy palladium on these scenarios. Guys, I've been trading palladium and platinum pushing almost 40 years. The nuances have changed. I don't think it's going to take people a while to understand the changes. I recognize it because I've been through these. So the nuances now in platinum and palladium are the market was empty and now it's full. So is it full to get crowded or is it full to change the fundamentals? In my opinion, it's full to change the fundamentals. So the fundamentals and the crowdedness are going to cause buoyancy. So we're going to keep doing this, and I think we're going to make some good money for the next 12, 15 months trading platinum and palladium with this style. And that's my opinion. I think platinum and palladium, like I said, we bought it here. We're going to ride it up. We bought platinum also. We think we're going to ride that up too.
All right. Next question is from Samuel. That's CMG.
CMG, we got out of that, and I'm so glad. Okay? If you remember, we had CMG on. Okay, here we go. I wouldn't touch this for a second. Okay. Okay, we had CMG on trying to buy it on when it gapped down, so we're going to try to buy it in this area. We did. And then when it didn't hold, we got out. So we got out right around here. I got no problem losing $2 if we're wrong on something. And then it wouldn't hold. We were out, and then look what happened. So you know what was the best trade of this whole trade? Was us getting out. No problem. You know what we were looking for didn't happen. We don't just sit there and marry something. We have reasons why we put things on. We don't just trade charts. We don't just trade fundamentals. We have 3 factors. So if it doesn't work, we get out. It didn't work. The best trade was getting out, because now imagine if you're stuck down here. I still wouldn't touch this. I still would not touch this, because this thing, what I'm worried about is it trying above here and then failing again, and this thing could go even lower. And as you approach year end, people are going to say, oh, I can't hang on to this. That's what I'm worried about. You got to pay attention to the calendar as we approach November here. The calendar is important on positions. I'd be nervous if imagine that it's all the way down here, and I'd be nervous being in this position.
All right. Next question. A lot of people ask about EXK.
EXK, it's our favorite silver stock. We're still not in. We're being patient. We're not getting the silver stocks pull back like we did in gold and platinum and palladium, but we're going to wait on EXK. I'm still going to wait. I'm not going to chase. But I'll tell you one thing. The first silver stock we're going to buy is going to be EXK. Not even close. We love this stock. It's been so good to us this year. Everything it seems to do, we got a feel on it. So that's even better, because when you're comfortable, then you don't get uncomfortable when things do something wrong. So EXK. Again, we got to find these things.
Right there.
Got it, boy. Thank you. EXK. Okay, we're waiting. Okay, think about it. We've caught this. We're out. We have an area. Okay, we're part of the group. We have an area where we're looking to get into EXK. We're getting close, but I wait for my spots. I might not get. I don't think. Actually, my opinion, I don't think I'm going to get it. I think this thing is going to go straight up, but I'm not going to chase. We do not chase. So if it gets to my area, if it belongs to the group, you're going to know the area. And I'll tell you one thing, if we get EXK, it means there's going to be all the rest of the silver stocks going to fall into place. This is the first one we're going to buy.
Okay, next one is from Alan. MOS.
Mosaic. This one we have on because we thought the grain markets are going to turn, and they have. So we like to be in a food processor or a fertilizer. So we bought Mosaic, and it's been good to us twice this year. Right now, it's not holding up like it should. Okay, we caught Mosaic twice this year. It's been good to us. We had it on here, and we caught the whole ride. Then we put it on here and caught the next ride. And then in this area, we've been buying Mosaic. We bought it a few times, and now this is not a good close. So we like the story because the grain market has turned. We just got to see how much we're going to have to put up with. I don't know if I'm got room to add once more. I might have room to add a small more percentage, but I really got to be sure. But right now, we're long up here. I'm getting uncomfortable, but I like the story, and I'll show you why when I get to greens.
Okay, next one from Drew. COP. Does earnings affect your trade?
No, earning affects movement, not my ideas. Okay, we think oil is at the bottom end of the range. So if it's range bound, I want earnings that are actually going to give me a test. Let me tell you, I'm trying to explain this properly. When I have something on and I think it's my area and something like earnings are coming out or news is coming out and say I'm buying it, I want bearish news. I want bad earnings. I want to see how the market reacts to that, because then it confirms my idea. So, we're going to say you want to see good earnings, it's going to go. Okay? If it's bad earnings and it doesn't go down or it rejects, that's more bullish. That would make me add on quicker. So earnings I use as information, not a reason to trade.
Okay, next stock is PLG.
PLG. Okay, we never mentioned this on TikTok or YouTube until the last month or two. But we've had this on as a group for a while, and we all did okay on it, and now it's pulling back, and now I'm telling everybody about it. Okay, this is another way. This is a lottery ticket way of getting long platinum and palladium, and we've had this on all year. You know, we got it on from here like $1.10, $1.20, whatever, and it sat. And then when platinum and palladium took off, look where it went to a 3x. How cool is that? Okay, now it's pulling back, and we think around here you can start putting it on because we think this one has got a lot. If we're right about platinum and palladium, this one has a lot of room, especially more palladium than platinum. If you belong to the group, I explained the reasons why, and that's why I think this is a little bit more palladium sensitive. The group knows why, because we explained it. I'm not explaining it on here.
Okay, next is one of the commodities from Hassan is OJ, orange juice.
We just got in. Okay, we had this earlier in the year, worked out okay for us. We just put it on this week. I think OJ is looking. It's doing what I wanted to do to give me a chance to catch a quick trade. Not a quick trade, a nice trade. So we started putting on OJ right around here. Okay, this is January orange juice. Okay, we think it extended too far. It's going to do a little work. If it rejects, we're actually going to add on more. I like OJ down here.
Next one is the wheat.
Wheat, we're catching it, guys. And I think we got the perfect setup for the second wave. We've talked about grains, and we said there's usually a second wave that no one pays attention to, and that's the one that goes. And if it happens to be wheat, it usually goes more. Wheat's the one, wherever you think the wheat market's going to go, it usually goes more, whether it's down or up. And now if the wheat market is caught, which I think it is, it's going to go a lot higher. Now, we have Kansas City. We have both wheats on. There's 3 different grades of wheat. We have 2 of them on. We have Chicago wheat. We have Kansas City wheat. One makes cake and one makes bread. Okay, but this is the one we like a lot, Kansas City, because it's a premium wheat at a discounted price. So we think this is super bullish for Kansas City wheat. Now, you've been following us, so you know we've had this on, and we're waiting and waiting, and now when you got it, this is where hopefully my experience will give us an edge over everyone else, because I know how to trade this, I think. I think other people won't know how to trade this. I've done this many times before. I think this one's got a lot of room on the upside. If the grain complex is going to get back in line, this is the first thing to readjust, is a higher grade wheat to a discount price. So this is the first one that we want to be. Wheat market we like a lot.
And for the new viewers, what would be the ticker for something like that?
Okay, let's put it right back up. Okay, this is December Kansas City wheat. Different platforms give you different symbols. The one I know is KWEZ. Z is the December contract, Kansas City wheat.
All right. We went over XOM. We went over that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the questions that we have from the group right now.
Okay. You want to quickly go over where we stand? We only got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. Guys, this is what we do all day. I'm on the chat all day. If you belong to the group, you hear what's going on. Okay, we actually traded options yesterday in something. We don't trade options. We bought options in something that was very attractive. We got started, and you can see all day, tell you what I'm doing. When I trade, I let everybody know what we're doing ahead of time. Okay, see everything is here. We trade in futures because we've had a pretty good year trading futures. You may want to look at, so if you want to trade futures with us, I want you to pay attention to a few things. See the times a day? Okay. Looks normal? Well, if you want to get waking up at 6:05 in the morning, be prepared. You want to get waking up at, 10 a.m., okay, fine. 5 a.m., be prepared, okay, because we trade commodities at 24 hours. They've been working. You get involved with us, you get the live chat, you get chat all day, questions, answers, anything, everybody's on all day. You get Guy Adami on Thursdays, okay, Thursday webinar on Guy Adami from CNBC, Q&A. You get a midday clip, comes there, okay. You get all this, and you get this as far as where we stand for the year. This is, believe me, guys, it's not a typo, and it is not a scam. We're up 275% for the year. If you've been following us, you know this is real. And this is actually, if you can believe this was around 220 at the beginning of the month. So we've had our smallest amount of positions that we've had on all year. We had almost a 50% month. 50% in a month. People make 20% in a year. They're doing backflips. We made 50% this month, and I've been wrong. Okay, you guys are following me. You know, since the middle of August, I've been bearish in the stock market. I've been wrong. Imagine if I could be right. All in the stuff we know. And we know how to make money on the short side. We got some short trades here that we made money on. It's all the same stuff we're talking about. Wheat, copper, platinum, palladium, silver, food processors, oil. Okay, look at what's here. Soybeans, gasoline. We don't make this up. We stick with what I think we know. Platinum, sugar. Okay, they're all here. Okay, we got some trades. 467 trades this year. Not fooling around. Okay, win-loss percentage, that's distorted because sometimes we buy things in 3 pieces and sell them at once. But that's what counts, and that's where we stand. 274%. Okay, it's a real number. You can ask me any question you want on this. You want to join?
Now for the viewers, is this realized gains, unrealized gains?
Okay, well, I'll show you that. This is realized gains, okay? But what we have open, which is this, I do my math, and I ain't here to lie, we're still at 275%. Whatever we have on is evenly balanced right now. That is we sold everything out right here at this moment, we'd be at 275%. So it's a real number, a real number. Want to join? This is us, guys. RNTR Trading. All of a sudden, we get a lot of copycats, people mimicking us, adding an extra G or an extra R, I guess because they're getting beat up a little bit. We're consistent, so now everybody wants to jump on board. Watch yourself when you call. You track us down. We don't ask you for money. We come back to you. You want to join? Fine. We get to you, we send you the link, we send you a mail, then we send you the invite to the chat, to join the Discord, all that. This is what it costs a month. All the things I told you about, they're all here. The alerts, the webinars, the Q&As, okay? That's what you're doing. You don't like it, you leave. But I think if you want to be aggressive and you want to make 15, 20% of the year being passive, fine. You want to make 200% for the year? We're pushing 300. Last year we made over 100. It's a little more, you got to be a little more dedicated. But look at the returns. I don't know, I just feel like it's worth it. It's a different way of trading. This is, in my opinion, this is a trading market. That's what we do, we trade. We're a little more aggressive, okay? We also have something in addition to this. It's called the bots. This just happened this year, but I got an update. You know, I'm always on, this is our bots. Okay, that's the chat. Okay, if you know what a bot is, okay, here comes your trades. They're all here. You know exactly your parameters, what you're risking. Okay, if bots are different, we're discretionary traders. We're up 275%. Bots, they're all singles. They're all singles traders. You know how much Joe Bot is up this year? It broke 100% this week. 100%. I'm not exaggerating. They're all there. You see this? When the trades come up, you start at the beginning of the year and you look at all these trades, where they are. It's all here. The group is in. They're up 100% this year. Okay? It's Joe Bot. It's not myself. A young man named Joseph created an algorithm. Incredible what's going on. If you're trading bots, you make 100%, stick with what you're doing. You're making 50%, stick with what you're doing. If you're uncomfortable trading bots or not sure, you got to be nuts not to join this. Okay, it's a separate subscription. Joe Bot.
All right, guys. I think we're up for time. But, guys, if you wanted to join, everything is on our main website page, RNTR.trading. Okay? Send us a message. If you have any comments, put in the comments if you have any questions. But I'm more than happy to have you. You can cancel anytime you'd like.
Yes. Guys, you got between now and year end, I think you got to do this. What's it going to cost you? It costs you nothing. And actually keep in mind, because very soon we're going to be raising our prices because we've enhanced. We picked up new back office guys. We're enhancing our product. Okay? Watch yourself this week. We'll be back on Friday.